Yo, can everybody hear me and see me? Make sure everybody can hear me. Yes, sir. All right. All right. Wait for some more people to get in here. And we gonna get started, bro. I know. How was y'all week, man? How was people weeks? You know what I'm saying? This was a pretty good week, man. No cap. No cap. This was a pretty good week. Like overall. It was so much better than last week. Like what? Took like 3 losses last week. How was y'all week, man? Who passed the challenge? Anybody get a payout? Any withdrawals? Any something? We need to progress. You know what I'm saying? It's September. We're literally halfway through September already. Like, no cap. A great week, even though 2 month win streak ended today. 2 month winning streak, bro. You going crazy, bro. You're going crazy. Break even this week, 4-1 because of AU today. Yeah, AU today. And we're gonna be talking about AU, man. I don't know, man. I think I'm only gonna be messing with volatile pairs moving forward, bro, because AU, like, I only made like 1,200 today off AU. So it was just like, I'm not saying I'm trying to be greedy, but I'm so used to like 3K wins on the daily. Like when I trade AU, it's always a smaller win or a smaller loss. I mean, of course, the loss is like a bonus, but I don't know, man. I'm really debating if I want to just hold on to AU because it's really just a slow pair. Like first TP be like 4 or 5 pips. Like that's not really enough, in my opinion. Shout out to my Forest Funds for solving the issue on the 11th. They solved it. I didn't know that they solved it. Oh, people gonna be getting back to my Forest Funds. 3.5% up a challenge. Okay. Okay. I didn't know that they solved it. Uh what what would you swap out for AU? Honestly, I'm not gonna swap out anything. All right, so who capping, bro? He told me some they solved it. He get the capping. Bro, stop. Start capping. All right, come on, let's get into this. All right, so overall, this week was pretty good. NAS 100 was cooking all week. Be honest, like it was just so many setups. I've seen setups in London session, I've seen setups in New York session. NAS 100 was cooking up this week. Thursday was probably our best trading day of like damn near the year, just because like, bro, we have 5 subs that won on Thursday. If people want me to break down those trades. But Thursday was pretty good. Today wasn't as good if you didn't like catch that little small move off AU. I really didn't see anything else after that trade. So like I think today was probably like the most like mediocre day out of all the days this week. So yeah, I'm gonna break down my trades. Somebody did ask me a question. Hold on, let me see. Let me go to it real quick. Because somebody was like, bro, can you talk about this? Good morning, Doyle. I have a psychology question. While starting your forward journey, how did you deal with FOMO and staying disciplined to your trading plan? This is an issue I'm facing right now because every time I lose, it's always because I went against something in my trading plan. I feel like I might need to take a quick break to just set my mind straight. So when it comes to like FOMO and staying disciplined to your trading plan, bro, like I say this all the time. Let me go back to Discord. I'll say this all the time before I break down my trades. I'll say this all the time. Like, dog, it's going to literally take you, like, you're gonna have to lose money. Like, and I hate to say that because people don't want to hear that, but it's really the truth. Like, if you just come to trading and you didn't lose any money, you didn't feel anything, you really just feel like this is a video game. Like, trading is a real thing. You can lose a lot of money or you can make a lot of money. It's really just up to how disciplined you are with your strategy. So I always say, like, bro, you just haven't lost enough money to just be like, okay, I gotta tighten up. Like I gotta stop over trading when I'm be up for the day. Let me just stop trading. Like that's why when I win, for the most part, like I'm really just done after I'm winning because I don't want to give money back to the market because it's no worse feeling than to make money and then to give it right back. Like so, honestly, man, like to really get disciplined with trading, it comes with like experience and really you just wanted to just be like the best trader you can possibly be. Not it's not about making money. It's about really being disciplined and following your trading plan. That's something that can't get taught. Like you can literally have a trading plan, but I can't like force you to be disciplined. It's so easy to just be not disciplined and just break a trading plan, keep placing trades. Like FOMO and discipline, bro, that's an experience that you have to go through on your own. Like trading is really like a lonely journey. Like you really have to like battle yourself. So like to answer that question, bro, you have to go through the pain. That's my answer. You have to go through it, lose a couple of dollars, bro. Like you're gonna have to just feel that to really like understand, like, okay, this is a serious like industry. Like you can lose money if you're not disciplined. I'm gonna just leave it at that. So let's break down these trades that I took this week, and we just gonna go from there. Hopefully, people got questions, If not, then I guess we can just end this. All right, so Monday we took this trade right here. I have my zone marked up right here. We was looking at this demand zone. Let me close this out so people can see my whole chart. Okay. So yeah, I was looking at this demand zone right there. A lot of people was confused on why I use two candles. I always say when I use two candles on my supply and demand setups, I want them to be close to each other. So I'm gonna zoom in on these two candles. These candles are close to each other. So when it comes to trading supply and demand, sometimes it won't always tap into that smaller one. I'm going to cut off these EMAs and just mark this up right here. It's not going to always tap into the smaller one. So you can either take the chance on using two of the candles or just not taking a setup at all. Some people did not take this setup. That's perfectly fine if you didn't take the setup. But when I include two candles on my supply and demand setups, they have to be extremely small or like damn near close to each other. Like this is like probably like the best size as far as the candles. These two candles right here. I'm gonna just put an arrow on this. These two candles right there, those bearish candles. If those are like similar of size and they both have a gap directly in front of it, then I would draw that up just like I did right here. So this setup in particular, I like this trade just because we was trading above yesterday's daily high, which is that green line right there. We was above London session high and we had a break of structure breaking this high right there. And that just looked good. Like the EMAs was at the bottom, like everything lined up. This is an easy win. You could have held well over a 1-to-1. Like you could have. This was just a simple trade. Let me see if this has some higher time frame confluence. I'm not sure. I haven't reviewed my trades yet because I've just been out. But let me see. Oh, so this is a 15-minute. I'm gonna just draw this, take this off. This is a 15-minute demand setup, and then you scale down. And you can either use these two candles right there to scale down. And then that could have just been your confluence as far as higher time frame. Let me go to the 1 hour. What was the 1 hour looking like in this situation? Okay, now no higher time frame confluence on the 1 hour. The 4 hour, let's take this off so I can see a little bit better. Okay, and the 4 hour looked like it was tapping into a 4 hour supply. Let's go back down to the 5-minute real quick. Okay, that was after the fact. Okay, so that's irrelevant. The 4 hour supply is literally irrelevant. It didn't even tap. So really, this is a 15-minute demand, and you can use the 5-minute demand right there to scale in if you want to take this trade. So this was Monday's trade. That's really just it. That's all that I took on Monday. That was just a clean 3,000 win. That was it. And then that was just wrap that day up. Okay, so let's talk about Tuesday. I believe Tuesday I took GJ. A lot of people did not take this trade because we was deep into the zone. Let me go to Tuesday. Where is it at? Okay, yeah, right here. So this setup in particular, because people ask me, okay, why did you like what was going on with this setup right here? Like, what made you even want to take this trade? I liked this trade at the time because I drove my zone out just like this. I went to the 15-minute chart at this time. And I'm like, okay, we tapping into a 15-minute supply and a 5-minute supply. I'm gonna mark this up and a 5-minute supply. So I'm just like, okay, this got higher time frame influence. I like that. Now, the only thing I didn't like about this trade was when we entering, we're going towards the 200. So that was just red flag number one. Like, I wasn't gonna get in aggressive because this zone was extremely large. Like, I'm not gonna just enter aggressive off of this huge ass zone. Like, this zone was almost, let me see, almost 14 pips. This is 13 pips, but I'm not about to enter aggressive off of a 13 pip zone. Like, I'm just not gonna do that. So I just waited for the break of the candle. I got the 1-to-1 off of this one candle, but I just really didn't like that we was going towards the 200. So that was just the red flag with this trade. And it had higher time frame influence. So I liked it. So it was super short lived. I expected it to go drop just a little bit more. We broke these lows right here. We broke these lows right there. And I'm like, okay, we had a 15-minute supply, scaled down to the 5-minute, and it was super short lived. Like, I'm not going to lie. I don't know if people made money off this trade, but I scalped literally just this one candle and I got out. So that was Tuesday's trade. I didn't take anything else after this, or did I? Let me see. Hold on. Oh, no. I took a liquidity grab there. Let me talk about that liquidity grab on AU. So I took this trade and I also took a liquidity grab on AU. Let me go to AU real quick on that Tuesday. Because a lot of people were scared to trade to take that as well. I sent that to the trading chat room. I don't know if anybody actually took this trade. Let me go to it. Literally right here. Literally right here. So let me hit the replay mode right here. So I'm looking at this and I'm just like, okay, like this look like a valid liquidity grab. So I just drew up my zone just like this. And we can clearly see that this red candle literally wicked underneath this low and started shooting up. I got in a little bit late. I did not get in right here. I did not get in right here. No, I got in literally up here. Have my stop loss right there. And I'm looking to scalp this up to go to the supply. Now, when you're trying to take a counter trend liquidity grab and you see that it's a supply at the top, that doesn't mean that it's going to just automatically go up there. Like when we're trying to figure out, okay, where is the gaps going to get filled in at, we don't really know. We just have to like prepare for it to fill in the gap. We don't know if it's going to reach. How many times you took a supply and demand setup and it didn't touch the zone? Like we really don't know if they're going to fill it in 100% or if they're going to fill it in 50%, 78%. Like we just don't know. But I do know that they want to at least go up into here. I know that I can at least get that before they tap into that supply. So I literally scalped it. I got in right here on this liquidity grab. Let me take this off. Got in right there to my stop loss underneath that low. And that's all I really needed, like just to scalp this up a little bit. And I mean, the rest was history after that. Like that's all that I needed. And I just got out. Now, again, this is a risky play because obviously the EMA is at the top and it looked like a downtrend. So when you're trying to like catch a liquidity grab going counter trend, like you got to be very careful because we just don't know if this is the very bottom or they're going to continue down. So those are the two trades that I took. I took that GJ supply that had 15-minute confluence, and I took this 5-minute liquidity grab. Again, this is the secondary strategy. Like when you don't see supply and demand reaching zones, look for liquidity grabs, look for lows to get taken out and going the other way. Like, bro, this stuff worked, bro. Okay, so that was Tuesday. Let's talk about Thursday. Now, Thursday, listen. It was so much money to be. Oh, let me go back. I think I took out the indicators. It was so much money to be made on Thursday. It's not even funny. Bro, it was just so many setups, bro. Like NAS 100 had a setup. I took this setup. A lot of people was like, okay, why did you take this setup? So let's talk about this trade on Thursday. Let's take this off, take these EMAs off, and let's go to the replay mode real quick. Replay mode. Okay. Now, at first, I'm gonna be honest, this setup I was a little bit iffy about. I don't really like setups that break multiple structures. We can clearly see it broke this low and this low to reach that zone. But as we can see, we got 3 rejections at the zone, 3 of them. Okay. If you go to the 15, I think this had 15-minute confluence, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. Okay, no 15-minute confluence. Let's go to the 1 hour. Oh, let me see. Okay, that tapped. 4 hour. What is the 4 hour looking like? 4 hours is kind of consolidating. We're kind of not really going anywhere. So I was a little bit iffy about it just because it broke multiple structures. Like now, this is the thing because we will lose on stuff like this. Like for a fact, we will lose on stuff like this. But that doesn't mean that it's going to automatically lose. A lot of people hit me up in DMs outside of the Discord and be like, okay, you say you don't like stuff like this, but it's still won. Everything is a probability game. Just because the setup is too high does not mean it's going to lose. And just because the setup is too low, it means it's going to lose. Like you still have to take the setup. It's still a setup right here. So these 3 rejections, I love. As soon as I saw that, I'm like, okay, I like that. I believe this was news at 8:30. So like I wasn't really trying to just hop into the trade at 8:30. I wanted to see what was they going to do at this zone. So yes, we took out multiple breaks of structures, but once we broke that high right there, we broke this candle high, mark this up, really got in. And the rest was history after that. I'm not gonna lie. Like this was just a good trade. The only thing that I was just iffy about was the multiple breaks of structures that was going the other way, but buyers came in as soon as we bought. So that was a pretty good trade. No higher time frame influence, just a simple 5-minute setup. And that was really just it. For my new people, the gap is directly right here. For people that still don't understand gaps, it's literally right here above that red candle. The top of that red candle to right there, they had to fill in that little small gap. They wicked it and it was ready to reverse. So this is a pretty good trade on Thursday. And it was other winning trades too. We can talk about that after I talk about AU today, but overall Thursday was the best trading day I've seen, like damn near all year. Like this was just crazy. So let's talk about AU today, and then I guess we can just answer questions. So this trade in particular, like I did get an aggressive, but it was so short lived. Like I just really didn't care about the win, if I'm being quite honest. So right here we had turn EMAs on. So right here we had the 200 EMA at the bottom at that time. Replay it. But the 200 EMA at the bottom, it looked like we was coming from a regular pattern that we always see where they come down and they start breaking back up to go up. So I'm looking at this. I'm like, okay, we're breaking this high and we're coming back to a demand zone. The zone is only 3 pips. So I would rather just take that chance to get in aggressive anyway. And obviously we just wicked it like 2 times and then that was it. It did play around right here. I'm not gonna lie. I remember watching this in real time earlier today. And literally it broke the candle, went back down, and then went back up. I'm like, bro, AU, what is really going on? So this was a small win. Like this is probably one of my smallest wins this week. But I think that I'm gonna either get rid of this or probably add another volatile pair. I'm not sure, but AU is I'm counting his days. Like, don't get me wrong, AU will have winning trades. Next week, it probably gonna have winning trades. Same thing with Euro USD. I don't like Euro USD, but I do see it that it wins a lot. So it's all about what you like at the end of the day. Because a slower pair, faster pair, the setup is still gonna have to break the candle and it's still gonna have to hit your take profit. So it's really just up to you. Me personally, I just like to catch some pips, bro, because I trade fixed lot sizes. So percentage wise, I don't really care about that. I I want to catch some pips. So I don't know. I think I'm going to like give all USD like a little break, if I'm being quite honest. But yeah, so that was my week, man. Like, I'm mainly getting aggressive if the zone is small. I'm looking for rejections at the zone if I want to get an aggressive. Nas did his thing. I made a lot of money on Nas this week. So I guess I'm gonna answer questions if people got any questions. If you want me to break down those trades on Thursday, yeah, whatever y'all got. Like people gonna raise their hand, anything, it don't really matter. Fixed lot energy, yes. Volume, where you at? No, facts. GBP CAD has been pulling its weight. I haven't really been trading GBP CAD like that or GBP all. So I mean, I don't know, but that's still a fast pair though. Like GCAD, I used to trade that when I was trading Fibonacci. All right, do we have any questions? Like, this is the time. I get a million questions every single day. I answer questions all day. Like, literally after I get done trading, I'm just answering questions. So, like, this is the time. All right, who we got? We got Lori right here.
Hey, then, brother, how are you?
Yo, what's going on?
Not bad, thank you. I've got two questions. One of my first question is, when you're in profit, would you recommend to move your stop loss to break even or just leave it to how you start the trade? Because over the last couple of weeks, I've had issues where I bring my stop loss to break even and it comes back to break even. It takes work, it still hits my TP, and I've had situations where I've left it. Um, how I start the trade, it still comes back and still hits my TP. So I wanted to hear your opinion regarding to that.
So when it comes to moving my stop loss to break even, the only time I would do that is if I am targeting like longer targets, like maybe like a 1 and 3, 1 to 4, and I'm in like a trade where my stop loss is tight, and I know for a fact I want to go for 1 and 3, 1 to 4. If it goes past my 1 and 1, I will move it to break even. But I normally don't do that because I'm mainly closing majority off at 1 and 1. So it's really just okay. What is your preference? Do you always want to go for 1 and 2? Do you want to go for 1 and 3?
Uh, I mean, recently I've been going for 1 to 2s, trying to go to 1 to 3s, but I feel like 1 to 2s is where I'm comfortable at this moment of time.
Okay. So if you want to just strictly go for a 1 and 2, then you should just be letting your targets only hit 1 and 2 if that's what you want to do. Other than that, like you shouldn't even be moving your stop loss to break even. Like just let it
Okay,
hit TP or try to cut the loss. One of the two.
okay. Thank you. And my second question is, I mean, recently, when I first joined your Discord, I was trading on the 5 minutes with you guys,
Mm-hmm.
but I realized on the 5 minutes there's a lot of fake outs, and it kind of not messed me up, but it kind of taught me a lot of lessons. So I've moved to the 15-minute chart now,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not smart setups, but I feel like the 15-minute holds weight. But I wanted to ask your opinion regarding to the 15-minute chart. Like, what do you think about it on supply and demand?
I feel like it's good, bro. Like I'm not gonna lie. Like if I wasn't trading the 5 minute daily, that would be the next time frame. It'd literally just be the 15 minute. Like you said, like the 15 minute, you're not gonna see setups all the time. Like you probably may see like two setups a week on one pair. Maybe you may just see one or two, but they be quality setups. Like and you have time to really digest the setup, see it if you really want to take it. When it comes to the 5 minute, you got to just be quick on your toes. Got to make a decision. Ain't no asking questions whether you're in or out. But 15 minute, you have time to really break down. Okay, do I want to take this? Is this the type of risk I want to enter? So it just gives you a little bit more time. So honestly, like 15 minutes is good, bro.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it, bro. Thank you very much, man. Thank you for your time.
Yes, sir. Can you see an example of your trading plan? It's in the announcements. I don't know if you're new, but I put my trading plan in the announcements. You just check the announcements. Okay, let's go to the next person. Who we got right here? We got Eric right here. Yes, sir.
Hey, what's going on, bro? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. It was good.
Yeah. So I actually took a demand setup on Thursday, but I took it at 9:30. And of course, I'm saying it was an L. I just want to, get your
What
opinion on that setup.
what
Hey,
pair?
Naz, my fault. Naz.
You said on Thursday?
Yeah.
Okay, you said Thursday, a demand setup. Let's see. Oh, you took this. You took this
Yeah, I
for
took that
sure.
right there. Yeah.
So, okay, so this
Is that a
setup in
bad
particular.
setup?
Go ahead. What you say?
I was asking, was that a bad trade? That's what I
No,
meant
no,
by
this is
that.
not a bad trade at all. It's not a bad trade at all.
Um,
So, like, I don't know how long you've been in a group or not, but I know for a fact the market just don't bless us continuously with back-to-back setups. So, like, I have seen where GJ will literally throw like a demand setup, it win, and then it throw another demand setup. Now, if it throw a back-to-back demand setup in the same session, it's like questionable because it's just like, okay, why are you throwing me these beautiful setups? So, like, when it comes to it, like a trade, well, not a trade, well, an instrument winning before and then throwing another setup, I'll be a little bit iffy about. So, like that first trade, yes, I won off of this, but I did see this trade right here. And I'm like, okay, this looked good, but also I believe, was it news at 10 o'clock on Thursday? I'm not sure if it was news or not, but this trade in particular, this is the open. Now, at this point, did you get in on breaking the candle? I think he muted himself. Um, I believe he probably got in on breaking the candle. It just made sense to get in on breaking the candle because we're going away from the 200. But yeah, this was just a move that Nas would pull. Like it throw like a beautiful setup at the New York Stock Exchange Open. This was at 9:30. Literally did another fake out, drop, and then went up for the rest of the day. You're gonna see little BS like that all the time. But honestly, if I would have took this, I would have lost too. I'm being honest because I mean everything is lining up. Got to break a structure. Let me see. Okay, we are kind of trading above yesterday's high. We wasn't directly above yesterday's high. Let me turn this back on. We wasn't directly above yesterday's high, but this is just a bad setup that I would probably take and lose on. Like, so I wouldn't say this is a bad setup, bro. Like, you just took it and it was a loser. The first one won, the second one did not win. So I'm gonna say about that. But yeah. When you see like back-to-back setups, question that second setup, like for sure. Like after that first one win. Okay, who we got? We got Paris right here. Try to get to everybody today.
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. What's going on?
Yeah. So I didn't have a question about a setup. I had a question more about like the prop firms. I know,
Okay.
obviously recently we happened with MFF.
Mm-hmm.
I had a couple of accounts on there, unfortunately, not big, but they were just, challenges and whatnot.
Yeah.
Basically, with the time of the year that we're in, coming up on fourth quarter,
Mm-hmm.
do you think it's a good time to try and take another challenge? Because I know it slows down come holiday time. So, in your experience, would it be a good time to start one?
Honestly, yes and no. I say that because like usually around this time you will see like they have like little special deals, like
Yeah.
Christmas deals or like Black Friday. It'd be like something like a sale where they want you to like take a challenge. That can either be a good thing or a bad thing. So it's really just okay, what do you want to do? I know for a fact like quarter four is not the best time to trade, especially people going to see like around like Thanksgiving all the way up into New Year's. You're gonna see like trash price action. So if you want to just save time and not waste your money on prop firms during fourth quarter, I will wait. But if you just feel like, man, I don't want to wait, like I feel like I'm ready now, then just take the challenge. But definitely got to be careful with the price action during fourth quarter though. So it's kind of like, okay, what do you want to wait or do you want to just let's just get it out the way? It's really just up to
Now,
you.
really, what I want to do is I've been in the Discord for only just a couple months, but I got a good hang on. I had a good week, first of all. One of my first good weeks since I've been here,
Yes,
but
sir.
haven't made any money yet because I haven't put any money into a real live account, nor have I passed the challenge because I
Hmm.
was just building a skill set. But
Right.
now I'm like, I can kind of do this because what I'm trying to do is what people like Abdul suggested, like go do the challenge, build up your reserves, then go get a live account. Forget the challenge because you're gonna lose the account at some point anyway, most likely. But I was gonna do that, but I harkened back to a video that you made talking about fourth quarter, and I'm like, I don't
Yeah.
really know if I want to open it right now. I may just just get a job and work that, and then try to pass that challenge maybe in I guess maybe I think February is when the volume opens back up again.
Yep. Yes, sir. It's like the third week of January going into February. Yeah. You'll see like cleaner moves around that time. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I appreciate it, brother.
Yes, sir. Yeah, for people that still like into like the prop firm stuff, because I still don't bash prop firms. I still feel like it's a good opportunity. Everybody don't have 100K in their trading account. So if you do want to do the prop firm route and we're going into quarter four, like just be very careful because you're gonna see like questionable setups that look good and then it just loses. So yeah, just be careful, bro, with the prop firms doing fourth quarter. Okay, who we got? We got Proctor right here. Let's see. Did you go over GJ Supply on the 12th? Yeah. Yeah, I did.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Hey, I just wanted to know, when you first get on in the morning, I think you said at like 8 or something like that. What
7:30.
is the first 7:30? Okay, when you look at a chart, what's the first thing you're looking for?
Supply and demand with the breaker structure going away from the 200 EMA. It's the first thing I'm looking for. After I see that, then I'm looking at the higher time frames. I'm looking at the 15 minutes to see are we in confluence or in conflict. I'm looking at the 1 hour to see what's the trend on the 1 hour. I'm seeing if there is a conflict with that 5 minute setup on the 1 hour. I'm looking for 4 hour supply and demand setups. All high probability. All of them have gaps directly in front of it. That's what I'm looking for. If I don't see a 5 minute supply and demand setup, then I'm just chilling. I'm literally just waiting until I see something. That's it. So yeah.
Okay,
That's,
appreciate it.
yeah, okay. Yeah, that's like my first process. Like when I first come to the market, like when I go on a balcony and then I take a little screenshot, I post on my story, and then I go to the chart. The very first thing I'm looking for is a supply and demand with a breaker structure going away from 200 EMA. That's like my ideal go-to setup. If I don't see that, then I'm just waiting and I'm looking at the higher time frame, looking at the 15 minute, looking at the 1 hour and the 4 hour to see have we tapped into any zones. Did we take out liquidity anywhere? Are we heading somewhere? I'm just trying to really figure out, okay, where are we at on the 5 minute? Because at the end of the day, once you figure out where you're at on a 5 minute, you can try to predict where they want to go on a higher time frame. So that's kind of what I'm doing every single day. Who we got Gerald right here. Question is, when are you giving US 30 another chance? Okay, I'm gonna answer that after this, bro. Hello.
Yo, what's good, man?
Yo, what's going on?
I just have a question. I know you always say it's a probability game,
Mm-hmm.
but I was actually wondering if by that do you mean like you will win and you will lose certain amounts or like uncertain amounts out of a certain amount of time, like of trades, or do you mean you're just looking for like the battle between more of a reasons, like the more reasons that the trade would win against the reasons that it's gonna lose?
Exactly. That's what I mean by it's a probability game. So say
Okay.
if you have a checklist, you have 5 checklists, and you looking for a 5-star setup, but it only gives you 2 stars. And you like, damn, I don't know if I should take that. And then that'd be a crazy 1 to 7 risk reward win. And it's like, damn, like I didn't take that because this didn't line up. That's what
Yeah.
I mean by probability game, because I've seen trash setups give a 1 to 5, 1 to 3 risk reward. I'm like, damn. And then I see a clean setup that only go for a 1 to 1. I'm like, okay, like what's really going on? That's what I mean by probability game. That's what I mean.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah, no, because I remember I was like stumbling upon YouTube and I landed on this guy called Sean FX. Like he's like this bald dude who does some trading. And he was also like touching upon like his strategy is terrible. It's like support resistance, but he just says that even the worst setups would still win. So I just thought that was an interesting concept.
Yes,
And
sir.
then my next question is, since the quarter four is coming up, price action is going to be choppier. Would you recommend just going up a time frame to like the 15-minute, or would you still
Mm,
try and stay with the 5 minute to just to avoid
mm.
fake outs in the 15-minute?
That's actually a great question. So the last two last year and the year before that fourth quarter, I stayed on a 5 minute. Definitely was getting faked out, not gonna lie. Like it was definitely a rough period. So if you do want to avoid fake outs in quarter four, I will recommend to go to the 15-minute chart. You will get less setups, but there will be way more clean breaking the candles when the one's gonna get hit very cleanly rather than the 5 minute. You feel me? Like you already know, like
Yeah.
either go sideways and consolidate, go in your favor, consolidate, lose. So yeah, if you want to avoid fake outs during quarter four, I would just go to 15-minute for sure.
All right, solid. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yeah, that's what I mean about probability though, because I get that question all the time. Like, what do you mean by it's a probability game? Like it's all a numbers game. You gotta take a setup. Like you don't even know if the setup going to win unless you in the trade. I see people all the time in the Discord. Dang, I should have took that trade. I should have held the runner. I should have twin traded. Why are you just not doing it? Just do it. Like just enter 3 times or enter twice. Once it hit your first target, close it and then let the other one run. Like we gotta just really just be in the market so we can get more experience. Yeah, let me ask this question. When are you giving US 30 another chance? I don't really know if I'm being quite honest. I don't know. First of all, US 30 was like a super, super clean setup today. I literally saw it. I'm like, God damn, like US 30, you're looking good. But I just got bad blood with US 30, lost some money on US 30. So I don't really know, but I know for a fact, I think next week on Monday, I'm about to just chill out on all USD. It's just a slow pair, bro. I'm over it. I've been trading for a few years. I'm about to just trade mainly all volatile pairs. That's just where I'm at. So I don't know. But right now, I'm kind of good on AU for sure. All right. Any more questions though? I did go over the GJ trade. Can you check GJ demand on Tuesday at 6:10 a.m. EST? Okay, let's go to that. You said GJ demand on Tuesday. Let me see. GJ demand on Tuesday, 6:30. You said 6:10. You probably talking about this. You got to be talking about this. Now, the only thing about this trade in particular is we don't even know if this is going to be a reversal. So I'm going to hit the replay mode because I'm pretty sure you're talking about this, bro. So let's just break down this trash price action because I'm pretty sure he's talking about this. Let's go to the 15-minute. If we go to the 15-minute, we have no confluence that this is going to go up at that time. We do have a 15-minute supply right there, but the 5-minute is literally not telling me anything. We do have a bullish. Well, we really don't even have a break of structure. We just a bullish run right here, but we still bearish at that time. So honestly, bro, I wouldn't take a setup like this. I wake up at 7:30 anyway. So if I'm looking at this at 7:30 with a shaded area, bro, I just don't even like that. It's just been consolidating this whole time. Like we have no movement right there. I just don't like it. Let me go to the 1 hour. The 1 hour. Okay, this is probably the only thing that just makes me want to buy is because we have a huge gap from Sunday. That's probably like the only thing. Other than that, like nothing is telling me that it want to go up at this point. Let me go to the 4 hour. What's the 4 hour? 4 hours literally choppy. So yeah, I wouldn't like this setup. It's counter trend. We don't even know if they're gonna keep going up. Honestly, just don't like it, bro. Keep it a buck. Does liquidity graphs work on higher time frame like 1 hour, 4 hour? Absolutely. What? Absolutely. Absolutely. You can literally it's the same thing. This is a liquidity graph right here. That's a liquidity graph. That's off the 1 hour. You can literally take the break of the candle and then get in. You can literally just take this and trade it off of the 1 hour. Now, a 33 pip stop loss, that's kind of, you feel me? That's kind of large, but it's still following the rules. This is something that we would take on the 5 minutes. So, like, yeah, 1 hour, 4 hour liquidity graphs for sure. When you lose trades, are you usually closing before it hits stop loss or are you letting it hit your stop loss? I'm mainly closing before it hit my stop loss. Can you show what confluence with the higher time frame look like? Feel like I'm iffy on this. So the main thing that I'm really looking for is to see, okay, what is the trend on the 1 hour? So let me just find a regular setup. Let's go to Thursday. Let's just go to Thursday because Thursday was a crazy day. Okay, so let's just talk about Thursday on GU because it don't even make sense how clean this stuff was. I didn't take this, but this is a valid setup. So if I'm considering this setup, let me hit the replay mode real quick. Okay, so if I see this setup in real time, like any day, it don't have to just be this week. Say if I just see this setup, the first thing I'm looking for, do we have a break of structure? Okay, that's the first thing I'm looking. I'm looking left. Okay, we just broke this low. So we're making a whole new low. Okay, check one, we got a break of structure. Okay, let's go to the 15-minute chart. If I go to the 15-minute chart, this is not looking good on the 15-minute chart. Why? Because we already in the middle. We're in the middle of price. So if they decide to not hold at that 5-minute zone, we're going to be in trouble because they're going to be filling in gaps right there. So that's another thing I'm just thinking about if I'm considering this setup and I'm going to the 15-minute chart. If I go to the 1 hour, let's go to the 1 hour, see what the 1 hour is talking about. Okay, the 1 hour definitely have a setup literally right there and it have a break of structure. So I'm also thinking about that as well. So that is something that can get tapped into as well. So I will have this marked up on the 1 hour. Now, this is higher time frame confluence. I don't know if they tapped into the zone, but that is confluence right there. Just because if they tap into that 1 hour right there, that is going to make me definitely want to sell. Let's go to the 4 hour. Go to the 4 hour. We in the middle of price, just like the 15-minute. Nothing really going on. The only thing I can say is, let me take this off. The only thing I can really say is we are on a downtrend without a doubt. The 5-minute, we're going with the trend on the 5-minute. So if I go back to the 5 chart, the 5-minute chart, let's see if they tapped the zone. I don't know if they tapped it or not. I doubt they tapped it. Let me see. Did not tap it. So this stuff in particular have no higher time frame confluence. We just going with the trend. Okay, that's what I want people to understand. If the higher time frame don't have no confluence, but we just going with the trend on the 5-minute, that's still a valid setup. That's literally still a valid setup. The only way this would be a quality setup is if they literally tapped into that area right here and then start dropping at that 5-minute supply. That's extra confluence on this setup alone. But I honestly, this is a pretty good setup. Just because we have a break of structure. We're going away from the 200 EMA, which is right there. Everything is just making sense. Okay, let me see. Got some more questions. Why do you like to trade pre-market rather than the open? Well, I don't like trading the open like that at all. It's definitely dangerous. And I don't really like trading pre-market. I don't like, okay, so when I'm trading every single day, it's not like, oh, I want to trade before 9:30 when it comes to trading NAS 100, or I want to trade after. It all depends on what is the market showing me at that time. Because we can all say, okay, I'm gonna wait until the New York Stock Exchange open, but then NAS throw a crazy setup right before open. And it's like it's a crazy win. Now we're like, damn, I'm missing out on setups because I'm only trading after the open. So with me, this is just my opinion. I feel like you gotta just trade what you see. Just trade what you see. Like, don't just, okay, damn, it's a setup happening at 8:15, but I usually wait at 9:45. My opinion, I'm taking the setup. Like, I'm just gonna just take it and I'm gonna live with the results. So I'm not gonna be scared to take a setup just because it's pre-market. Like, I don't really like trading pre-market or after New York Stock Exchange open. I'm trading what I see. So I'm gonna just leave it at that as far as that question. Can you go to NASA 15-minute supply today at 7 a.m.? Okay, let's go to that. Let's see. 15-minute supply at 7 a.m. Talking about all the way up here. On the 15-minute, I don't see anything. I don't see anything. If you're talking about this late setup, then okay, but I don't see anything on the 15-minute. This setup is pretty low. Like, this is kind of dangerous, to be honest, but it won. But I don't really see anything on the 15-minute far as 7 a.m. This is right here. That's 7 o'clock. There's literally like if I'm considering a low probability setup, at least get a break of structure, bro. At least get a break of structure. If you're talking about this, because I don't really feel safe taking this at all. If we're talking about that, like at all. You said counter trend. Counter trend would be a sell. So yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. But yeah, man. Any questions though? Any questions? Any last questions? Because I feel like people just don't have no questions. So I guess everybody just made money this week. You feel me? would you consider liquidity grabs set up as a more for intermediate traders rather than a beginner strategy? Definitely intermediate, because people don't understand what liquidity is. Everybody is liquidity at some point. So it don't matter what strategy you use, you will be a swing high or swing low. That's where the money is sitting at. The money is sitting under each low and each high. So like if people notice, like they take out all highs and lows on a 5 minute. That's another thing that you probably should write down. They're going to take out all highs and all lows on the 5 minute chart. So when you see like a setup where you kind of question, okay, is they even going to break that low? Most of the time, they're going to break that low. Okay, they're literally going to break that low. So like, let me just, okay. I'm about to just show you how the market likes to just take out everybody. Okay, let's just talk about liquidity real quick, because and I'm just gonna just draw where the money is at that point, and then we're just gonna just keep going. So at this very moment, if I look at this, liquidity is sitting right there. I'm gonna put the money right there. The money is sitting up here. Why? Because we have equal highs right there. So we got new traders that is trading only support and resistance, and they don't really understand. And then the market does this, takes you out. Boom, stop loss hit. Okay, now people that are selling are now putting their stop loss right there, and we have lows that haven't got tapped into. So those lows haven't got tapped into. The money is above that candle wick right there. So the money at this point, once you really understand liquidity, the money is above this swing high, and the money is sitting right up under there. So let's fast forward. They does this, and then they take that person out again. So now we still have money sitting right here. We still have money sitting right here that haven't got tapped into, and they took out those traders that literally sold right there. Let me fast forward again, and then they take them out. Okay, so now they took those traders out right there that bought right there, which was us. That's another thing. We bought right here. So that's why I like scalping, because eventually you will become liquidity. So we bought right here. Stop loss was right up under there. They take us out. Hopefully you close. And now we have liquidity sitting down here, and we just took out lows. And what do? They literally go the other way and take that out, and then just keep going. They literally just taking out everybody to just go in one direction. We have no control over that. Literally, we have no control over that. We just have to just play with their game. So that's why I like liquidity grabs, because when you notice a real liquidity grab, they're going away from that area extremely fast. Like you will see it, you be like, damn, like why is they pushing up like this? They just took out a trader. They took out a bunch of traders, and they're going the other way. So yeah. For liquidity grabs, do you wait for the engulfing or close before you take the break candle? No, I'm just taking a break of the candle. Sometimes I do get in late on liquidity grabs. So you feel me? You gotta be careful with that too, because you don't want to get in late with liquidity grabs. Can you go over GU at 10:30, 15 minute? Okay. A 15-minute demand at 10:30. All right, let me see. On Monday. Okay. Go to Monday. At 10:30. Oh, you probably talking about the. Okay. So this setup in particular, I'm pretty sure you're talking about this right here. This setup is a little bit dangerous because we are on a higher time frame, and it's just like, okay, you got the win though. I see where you got in at. You literally got in right there. So this is a pretty good win, but you got to be very careful though, because the 15-minute is not going to operate like the 5 minutes. So like we're super deep into this setup. It's the end of the day too. So let me take this off. And that's another thing. Like you're going to see reversals happen. Not that demand below it. You took what you take then? I thought you was talking about this. This is actually a good setup though. Like I'm not gonna lie. You didn't take this. So what did you take? You took this one, this low probability one right here. Took this one that didn't have a gap at all. Oh, okay. So you did take this one. Yeah, you should have took that top one, bro. I ain't gonna cap, bro. But okay. So where did you get in at? You lost. You lost on this trade. So where did you get in at? Because this either you got in like where did you get in at? Like I'm not really understanding where you got in at. Like, you gotta show me where you got in at. Send me the chart, the break of the candle. So you got in where I had it marked up. I think that's what you're talking about. But this setup in particular, bro, like you gotta like since it's a low probability setup, you gotta widen your stop loss. So when it comes to trading low probability setups, your stop loss have to go underneath here, bro, because I'm trying to tell you, like it's low probability setups. There's no precision behind it. So it's like a general area. They should come into this area and then break the candle and go the other way. So you definitely want to give your stop loss some breathing room when your setup don't have a gap. When it don't have a gap, like give it some room. That's why when I take my high probability setups, either if I take the break of the candle, I may give it an extra pip or two, a little bit of breathing room, or I get in aggressive. But when it comes to low probability, it always have to go underneath the zone every single time. All right, can you look at what forex pairs would you class as volatile? GJ, GU, really just all the pound pairs. All the pound pairs are like a fast forex pair. Everything else is kind of slow. Unless you're talking about like Euro NZD, Euro AUD, like those are like fast pairs. But other than that, like Euro USD, AUD USD, NZD USD, NZD JPY, everything on forex is like pretty slow. If it's not Euro USD, if it's not Euro NZD or Euro AUD or all the pound pairs, if it's not those, everything else is slow. I'm gonna be honest, bro. Like that's why people like indices. That's why people love US 30, NAS 100, etc. Okay, you said can you look at GJ demand on Monday at 6:10? On Monday. Okay, so this is you said GJ. Okay, let me go to GJ. See what GJ do on Monday. Are you talking about this right here? No, you're not talking about that. Yeah, you talking about this right here. Okay, let's talk about this loser right here because this didn't do anything. So let's talk about it because you will see sets like this where you are way too high. This is a setup that's considered high. Why is this setup considered high? Let's look at where it first started. We started right here. This is London session. This is London session. Okay. So if we started right here, we consolidated and then we're starting to break structure. Broke this high, another high, another high, another high. And now we're all the way up here. So you got to understand where you're at. Now let's go to the higher time frame and see, okay, was we tapping into a higher time frame supply? Like what was really going on? I see why you kind of took it because you thought that this was going to fill in this huge Sunday open gap. So that made sense. I'm pretty sure that's probably why you wanted to take it. Like you just looking left, like, okay, they got to fill that in. That looked pretty good. Let's go to the 15 minute. What is the 15 minute looking like in this situation? It's not really much. That's still a gap that got to get filled in. Let's go to 1 hour. Yeah, it's not really much right here off that. Because a 4 hour. What is a 4 hour talking about? Yeah. So in particular, bro, if I'm just reevaluating this whole trade, we're just too high, bro. So a correction have to come. London session, it's either London is going to get mirrored by New York or continue. But most of the time, it's going to do a reversal. So I get why you took that demand setup because we have a huge gap that got to get filled right there. I'm going to just mark up the whole gap right there. From right there, at that whole point right there, that got to get filled. But you still got to see what has happened during London session because that is very crucial when I'm like considering whether I want to take us up or not. I'm going to put the EMAs on. What the EMA is talking about. Yeah, we was going away from the 200. We got a little small break of structure. But yeah, that setup was pretty high, bro. I'm going to be honest. All right, we got somebody else I want to get on. Who we got? We got Swag B right here. Okay. Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, sir. What's going on?
I just want you to check AU real quick. Friday.
Okay.
It's London demand session on. Hold up. London session on like 1:30 a.m. I just want to make sure I'm taking the right setup. It's just want you to quickly look at that.
You said 1:30?
Yeah.
Where is the setup? I'm trying to. Did you take this one? Did you?
Hold on. Yeah, I took that demand setup right there.
Right here.
Yeah.
So you had it drawn out like this.
No, not that one at all. My TP hit with the big candle, that red candle you see over there.
Right.
I don't know. It shows different over here. Oh yeah, just keep on going left all the way.
Right here.
Yeah, that setup right there.
Okay. Are you on Eastern Standard Time?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is.
I took that quick demand. I had like a 4 pip stop loss.
No, this is pretty good. This is
Proper.
this is pretty good. So right here, this is 2 a.m. right here, and this
Yeah,
is
I'm tripping. The time is different on my side then.
okay. Yeah, this is pretty good. This setup, this is another
It's like high though. It just dropped right after, huh?
Yeah, this is definitely a high setup. But let's see what the higher time frame looking like on this trade though. I mean, it's valid though. Like all the EMAs, like we
Yeah, that's like, and then it wicked from that zone like really quick, and I'm like, okay.
those usually the good setups where they wick the zone.
Yeah.
That's like a confirmation that they
At
want to go
first,
up
I
that
was a
zone.
little iffy about the setup, and then as soon as it wicked it, I'm like, either my setup, like all the setups are hitting up there, so I'm like, you know what, like the wicks are proper. It's a 4 pip stop loss. I won't lose that much if I even go down. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Let me go to the 15-minute. See this had a
It was a
15-minute.
15-minute setup too.
Yep,
It was just 15 and 5. That's proper.
Yep, that's just this textbook just one-on-one right here. Like
Man,
15
this
minute.
week been nice for me lately, bro.
Yeah, this week was good, bro. This week was pretty good.
Okay.
This is a great setup. No cap.
Appreciate
15
it.
minute. I would have took this for sure.
Perfect. That was all. Appreciate it, man.
Yes, sir. All right. We don't got no more questions. Okay, we do. What do you think about twin trading when you are in drawdown? When price immediately goes against you? You definitely okay. So if you want to like try to get in at the best prices and you want to use twin trading to your advantage, this is what I would do. Okay. So say if you get in on the break of the candle, you get in once at the break of the candle. The break of the candle do like a little fake out move, start going against you a little bit. This is what I would do, but I don't do it, but this is what I recommend. The first break of the candle, one entry. It goes against you a little bit. Second entry, go against you just a little bit more. Third entry, that's it. And then live with the stop loss that you have. That's something that you can try to maximize as far as drawdown and you trying to use twin trading to your advantage. So that's something that you can do. I don't really recommend it like that because like you can be entering a trade and it's instantly losing, if that makes sense. So like it can be very tricky to do that when you're trying to cut a loss versus trying to enter a trade again at your basically trying to get a more tighter stop loss. So you got to be very careful with that. But I would say like if you want to enter once off the break of the candle, then let it go against you a little bit, then enter again. You can do that too. Okay, you definitely can do that. Okay, so I guess that is it. If you have any questions, just DM me over the weekend. I'm always gonna get to everybody in the group, bro. It just gotta take me time. I get messages all day, so like it literally takes me time. But let's just look at the news far as next week, because what is next week? I think it's just like a regular week next week. Okay, so Monday, no news. It's a yen holiday Sunday. What is that? Okay, Tuesday we have some medium impact news on 8:30. It is what it is. Let's just trade. Wednesday, it's not really a lot of news. Thursday we got news at 8:30. And Friday we have news at 9:45. We haven't really had no 9:45 news in a minute, so this should be interesting on Friday. But overall, man, like because I saw people actually gambling. Let me say that people was gambling, taking that trade. What was that? Either yesterday was that yesterday? Like literally trying to trade the 8:30 candle, and I'm just like, we just in the chat just watching people just trade, and it's just like, why? Like if you're having a good week, you don't have to take risky setups. And I don't even recommend people to trade news like that unless you're experienced with that. I don't trade fundamentals. I believe it's unpredictable. I believe they blame that with manipulation. So I stay away from news. If you do want to trade news, it's super high risk and you got to accept that they can do like some BS and just go the other way or stop you out and go the other way. Because news is just a lot of manipulation, bro. I'm not going to lie. Can you recommend a crypto exchange? Would like to switch from Coinbase. Yeah, I've been left Coinbase a long time ago. I use crypto.com. So like when I get my withdrawals through Henko Trade, I just send it to crypto.com. Come in a few days, then I instantly take my money out of crypto and send it straight to my bank account. I don't hold cryptos. Like, so people ask me, well, do you invest in cryptocurrencies? Absolutely not. Took all my cryptos out. Like, I'm good. But all right, man. So yeah, so next week we should be pretty good, man. Like, don't let this news scare you. Like, people be like, oh my God, we got a lot of news today. This is part of Trading New York session. We've been dealing with this. Like, it's always news during New York session. We got to work around it, trade around it, trade setups before it or after. Usually a setup presents after news. Like, they like to come back to news, supply and demand setups. But either way it go, like Trading New York session, you have to deal with news events. That's just part of trading the session. Now, London session, they don't really always have news, so you kind of like just chilling, waiting for a quality setup to come. Do you transfer or sell crypto.com when sending your money to Henko? No. Okay, so when you want to send money to Henko Trade, first you have to fund your crypto.com account. Got to fund it, and then you can send it by getting the address that they give you from crypto.com. Can we get a deposit video? Yeah, I might have to make a deposit video because it's really not that hard, bro. Like, I'm gonna be honest, like, it's really not that hard. Like, it's just copying crypto addresses and placing it into Henko Trade or whatever broker you use. Like, it's really like the same process. So yeah, I might make a video like that for people. But all right, man. That's really all I got. This was a pretty good week. I can't really complain too much. NAS 100 was cooking up this week. All USD, I don't know, man. I don't know. We gonna see. But right now, I'm not really messing with it, bro. Like, I'm kind of over these small moves, so we gonna see. But overall, this week was pretty good. If you had a rough week, understand why. Like, break down the losses, because I saw a guy this week. He lost like 7 trades in a row. I'm like, bro, what's going on? Now this is him taking his own trades. It's not him trading with us in the morning or anything like that. He's literally taking his own trades. So I'm just like, okay, like, what are you seeing? Because we seen like, oh, you said that was you. Okay, so yeah, bro, like, really evaluate, okay, how did I lose 7 times? Okay, what was the setup? And try to do better next week, because like, okay, I went 5-0, you went 0-7. What are you seeing that nobody else is seeing? Like, you got to just reevaluate like your losses, bro. But yeah, that's all I got, man. Let's have a good weekend. I am going to be back testing Sunday. I'm not going to be back testing tomorrow. I'm just going to just chill out, like, get a little breather, because like this week was like crazy, especially coming from a 1-3 week last week. Last week, like, literally I was losing. It was trash. So yeah, Sunday I'm just gonna back test a little bit, and then we're gonna be back at it Monday, bro. So make some back testing videos. Back testing videos on YouTube, or you talking about, like, what you talking about? So I have a whole webinar on back testing, like stuff that I look for. But yeah, all right, man. I'm out of here, man. Y'all be smooth. If you got any questions, just DM me. I'm gonna get to you. And yeah, bro, let's keep going, bro. Listen, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna just say this real quick. It's September 15th, bro. Like, no cap. It's literally September 15th. We're literally in the 9th month of this year. I remember New Year's like it was yesterday. We gotta really apply, bro. I say this all the time, but like, time is really flying. Apply. Like, I say, like, bro, just ask me about the Q4 with the prop firms. Like, if you feel like you're ready, then just take the prop firm challenge. Like, let's get a payout. Let's get a withdrawal. Like, we can't be wasting too much time. So we got to apply. All right, man. I'm out of here. Peace.